Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing okay and I hope you had a happy and safe Christmas and New Year. I know it was different this year for obvious reasons, but I still hope you were able to find some joy in amongst all the chaos. You know, we all managed to get through 2020, which has been an absolute mess, and already 2021 looks like it's saying hold my beer. But at least we have our shared love of gaming and Planet Zoo to get us through the next 12 months. So with that being said, I have got some updates about the channel and content that's coming up. But before I get into that, I do want to say I am sorry for the lack of content that's been on the channel for the last month or so. And I do feel like I owe you an explanation a little bit. And the reason being is basically I live with anxiety and depression. I have done since I was 17 and I've just turned 30 on Boxing Day. So, you know, almost half my life I've lived with anxiety and depression. And despite all the support, the coping mechanisms, the medication, you know, what have you, sometimes it can overwhelm me still. So that's basically what happened in December. You know, it just got on top of me and I had to take a step back from things I would normally enjoy doing, like for example the channel. So hence why there's been nothing on my social medias and nothing on the channel. And I would urge you, you know, if you are struggling, if you feel like you need to talk to someone, you know, please do reach out to a service or even a family member, or you know, if you want to, you can even reach out to me, because you know I don't know you from Adam. I won't judge. You know, I've kind of been there, so you know, if you want to, you can always feel free to reach out to me. So if you know, if I do kind of vanish for a little bit in the future, that's probably why. But you know, I do enjoy making the, you know, contributing to the channel. You know, it's something that's so far outside my comfort zone, it's unbelievable, but I enjoy it. It gives me a bit of routine in addition to work, you know, so you know, it does help in that sense. So I will be bringing more content going forward. I am planning to, you know, continue the channel and grow the channel, so yeah, sorry for the lack of content. But with that out of the way, just to give you an update on the channel, from next Monday, Dudley Zoo will be back, and it will be back every Monday. And based on what people said at the end of the last episode on Reddit, my socials, and on the channel, the next episode will be a side-by-side kind of comparison of what we've built in the zoo and what's actually, you know, there for real. And that'll be out on Monday coming. On Wednesdays, starting a new series called Workshop Wednesdays, and part of the reason I'm doing that is because I think, given current circumstances, we all kind of feel the need to belong to a community. You know, we've been separated for so long, and one of the things I absolutely love about Planet Zoo is the sense of community that's around the game. You know, it's a really positive, supportive community. If you need inspiration, you know, you can ask someone and they'll, you know, link you to somewhere where they've got inspiration. If you're struggling with building something, you know, again, they'll help you with ideas, suggestions, and whatever. And what I love is the huge amount of people who are creating stuff and sharing it on the workshop. And I've really learnt from some of the things on the workshop. You know, I've downloaded things I've really liked for my zoo, and then kind of deconstructed it in a way, and then tried to reconstruct it in my own way and see if I can make it and see how they made it. And that's really helped me to understand how some people build things and how to build better. So that's what I've used it for. And as well, some of the stuff that is on the workshop, you know, really just adds to the zoo. It really just finishes off little areas or whatever. So I really kind of want to champion that sense of community, that sense of, you know, supporting the community by showcasing what people are doing and sharing that with you. And you know, if you've downloaded something and you've used it in your zoos and you really want to give them a shout out, you know, let me know. Happy to include that in a future video. You know, this is as much your channel as it is mine, so you know, always, you know, if you've got suggestions or you've got ideas, you know, just let me know. And then on Fridays I will be continuing the Lapland series, and that'll be on every Friday. So that's the plan for the channel. So Mondays will be Dudley Zoo, Wednesdays Workshop Wednesdays. If you've got a better name, or suggestion for a name, please let me know. And then on Friday will be Lapland. And so this week will be slightly different because obviously you'll be getting the workshop Wednesdays on Wednesday, but by way of an apology, I'll be bringing you the first episode in this video. So as part of this video, we'll be kind of showcasing 5 examples of artwork that are on the Steam Workshop that I've either used or I really like. So that's what this video is all about. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and we'll get right into it. So first up then we have the map of the world by Toves, and I absolutely love this. It's really a detailed, obviously, map of the world. It's pixel art basically, and I haven't used this in any of my zoos yet, but I do plan on in the future. And I think it would be a great addition to pretty much any zoo, and it's the kind of thing that you would find in a zoo. And there are 2 versions of this, and I'll show you the second version in the moment. Both are on his Steam Workshop channel. You've got Australia, you've got even the North Pole, Africa, Europe, and the whole world basically. And I just love how detailed this is. I would suggest, because obviously it's got a really high piece count, it's in a little barrier. So when you want to put this in your zoo, probably put this down first, especially before you do any pathing, so you can delete the barrier and then work with it. And here we have the other version with the little signs, TVs, some little information on both sides, a little red line. So if you wanted to aim this at a particular location for a particular animal, you could. And that's kind of how tall it is. So it's a little bit, it's a bit 2 people high in the game, and I just think it's an absolutely fantastic piece. Again, I will be using this in the zoo at some point in the future, when I get round to, but something I've downloaded, and I couldn't even begin to recreate this myself. So thank you to Toves, who created this. And now we have pixel art of Primatologists, I think is how you pronounce it, by Wyzer. And I absolutely love this because it's little signs. You've got Diane Fossey, you've got Jane Goodall, people who are really synonymous with the study and conservation of primates. And I have used this in one of my zoos, probably not in the best place, which you can kind of see here, but I just wanted to kind of include these in one of my zoos, and I think these really fit really well, maybe with like ape houses, especially like if you've got like an orangutan house or a gorilla house. You could use this as kind of the entranceway sign, like the Diane Fossey building, or just extra kind of information about the animal, isn't it really, and kind of people synonymous with it. These are included in one item, so there is a barrier around them again, but once you remove the barrier, you can individually select them and move them where you want to. So I really like that, and they're so detailed. I absolutely love them, and I think anything to do with ape houses, orangutans, gorillas, definitely include these in your zoos. I think they're brilliant, and that's by Wyzer. Next we have a quite a large piece, and this is obviously the legendary Sir David Attenborough, and this is by Reds, and it's quite a large mural but really detailed. So if you wanted to include this in quite a large building, definitely do it. I think it's just another piece that would just set off any zoo really. I haven't used this myself yet, but if I do, I will show you that in the future. I think the detail in it is just absolutely brilliant. Again, something that I wouldn't have the patience to do this kind of work really. So that's Sir David Attenborough by Reds. Some more pixel art that I have used this in my zoo, and this is 3 large animal banners by ThatSleepyGirl, and I love these because I have used these as items in my zoos. As you can see here, I've used it as kind of decoration for the entranceway to a zoo I was building. They're individually on the workshop, and I hope she does more because I think they're fantastic. I'd love to see maybe like a gorilla or a chimpanzee one. I think that would be brilliant. I'd love that. these are individual. They're not in any barriers. I think they're below the piece count, and you can select them as one and move them where you want to. And I just think they're fantastic. The detail again is absolutely fantastic. And I think it really sets off the zoo that I've been building, especially the entranceway. So yeah, if you've got a big building and you just want to set it off a little bit, definitely check these out on Steam Workshop. They are by ThatSleepyGirl. And last but no means least, we have a selection of various animal murals by Irishxlily, and there are a lot more on the workshop than what I'm showing you here. These are just a selection of some, and as you can see, I think she's used some of the New Australia pieces to create various different murals, such as you've got like the red panda, you've got the flamingos, you've got elephants, painted dogs, crocodiles. And I have used these in one of my zoos. As you can see here, I've used it as a kind of mural on the wall, and I've also then incorporated that kind of that pattern kind of around the room and around the rest of the zoo, just to kind of theme that area really. And this gave me some inspiration for a zoo I was creating. And I think again it's just another piece of fantastic work that decoration wise, artwork wise, would really set off any kind of area in your zoo. So whether it be a crocodile house or a red panda exhibit, or whatever you're doing, I think these are just would really add to any zoo again. And as you can see, there's a lot of fantastic artwork that's been made, and that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, was just to show some examples of artwork that people are creating on Steam and sharing with the community. And definitely use them. I have, and in some of my zoos, and I think they look great, and I would urge you to kind of check them out, even if you don't use them. So those are my kind of 5 favourite art pieces that are on the workshop at the moment, and I will link them all in the description below. I would urge you to check them out. And as I said earlier on in the video, if you've got suggestions for any other workshop items that you want to feature in the next video, please let me know. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe. Leave a comment, and I will see you in the next one.